hope you are doing well. So a while ago I did a video called Best of Australian Makeup where I showed you guys all my favourite makeup products that are available from Aussie makeup brands, and quite a few of the items featured were from the brand Australis, and since then a lot of you guys have been requesting that I do a kind of collection overview of all the Australis products I own and have tried. So that's what I'm going to do today, just show you some of my best and worst picks from Australis Cosmetics. So I'm going to start off with the lip products, and these are all actually from the Colour Inject line. So this is the Australis Colour Inject Mineral Lip Gloss. Now these lip glosses are a nice formula, they're not too sticky, they don't look too streaky on the lips. The only bad thing is that they do have quite a strong sweet smell, so if you're sensitive to fragrances, you might want to stay away from these. I don't like the smell, but generally fragrances don't bother me too much, so I can use them. And they have a really nice shade range. This one is called Lambada, which is a milky baby pink. I also own some little mini sized ones which came in a Christmas set a couple years back, and this one is Contemporary, which is a nude, and that's actually the one I'm wearing at the moment. And I really do like the lip glosses, I would highly recommend those. Next is the Colour Inject Mineral Lipsticks, and they do have quite a few shades in this line. One of my favourites that I own is in the shade Mambo, which is a nice nude. I did a little swatch there for you guys. These have decent colour payoff, they have good lasting power, I don't find that they dry on my lips at all, and they do have quite a smell as well. Not as sweet as the lip glosses, but there definitely is like a strong fragrance to them. Now onto eye products. Firstly is the Australis Eyeshadow Primer. I often get asked to compare this to, say, the Urban Decay or the Too Faced Shadow Insurance. Personally, I find that most eye primers work the same for me. They just help my eyeshadow look a bit more vibrant when I apply it. So I do still sometimes get creasing, it just depends on whatever eyeshadow I'm wearing, but I do find that this does aid in the longevity and prevention of creasing too quickly. So if you're someone who does wear eyeshadow quite often and you find that it doesn't last throughout the day for you, then you might want to try out an eyeshadow primer. Next is my Australis Paparazzi Perfect High Definition Eyeshadow Palette. This one is in Snap Attack. I've talked about this in so many videos, so I'm not going to go on about it too much, but for those of you who haven't seen it before, it's just a nice selection of kind of shimmery, pearly eyeshadows, all nice neutral shades. They do also have a couple palettes with more brighter colours. I'm more of a neutral person, so this is the one I go for. My favourite shadow in the palette is the one on the right there, which I've almost finished, so you can't really see it, but it's just a nice shimmery kind of peachy champagne colour. I've got it on my eyelids right now, and then in the inner corner, just to kind of brighten the eyes, I've got that light golden shade here. But these are amazing quality, they're pigmented, they're really smooth, I don't find them chalky at all, and I would highly recommend the eyeshadow palettes. Next is the Australis 10 Hour Wear, what is it called? Waterproof eye pencil. I've got mine in Bombastic Bronze. I've got it on my top lash line, you probably can't really see it, I've only put a little bit on, but I just really like using this on days where I don't want to use a black, like I don't want my eyes to be too dark. Like I find this can still define the lash line. I just love the quality of these. They're so smooth and they're really pigmented as well. I'll do a little swatch for you guys. So that's the Bombastic Bronze there. It has a little bit of a shimmer to it, which just kind of adds a nice sparkle to the eye. But these actually remind me very much of the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On pencils. They're just the same consistency, pigmentation, decent lasting power, so I'd highly recommend these. They don't really have too many shades, but I'd highly recommend that. So I have tried two of the Australis, what are these called? Mascaras. This is the Voluptulash and this is the Lash Length Extensions Mascara. So this one is really good for lengthening and separating the lashes, just looks really natural, whereas the Voluptulash is a bit more of a bolder mascara. It does give a bit more kind of thickness and volume to the lashes, but both of them are good mascaras, not holy grails for me, but just good decent mascaras. So that is all for eyes, and now moving on to face, I'm going to start with my Australis Fresh and Flawless Pressed Powder, which I've talked about in, let's just say, too many videos. This is a powder foundation, so it's a good setting powder, but at the same time it's going to give you a little bit of coverage. You can use it by itself. I prefer to set my foundation using this. I find that it just gives a lovely flawless finish, and it's just a nice smooth powder as well. Doesn't look cakey at all. And this is a really good alternative to the MAC Studio Fix powder, which is also a pressed powder foundation, but that one is very expensive, so I'd recommend trying the Australis one first. Then is my Australis Ready Set Go finishing powder, and I'm sorry that all the writing has scratched off, but I've had this for so long, and this is just a translucent powder, so if you're looking for something to set your makeup which adds no extra coverage, then I would highly recommend this. It's just a really nice kind of finely milled powder, very smooth, and it contains silica in it, so it does just kind of blur out any imperfections that are on your skin, but it just sets your makeup and it just looks really nice and natural. And the only bad thing about this one is that it is a loose powder, so it can get a little bit messy. Then onto cheek products, I've got the Australis Paparazzi Perfect High Definition Blush, and this one is in Shoot to Thrill. So the whole Paparazzi Perfect range is designed to look nice in photographs. So the shade I have, Shoot to Thrill, is a nice bright pink. As you can see, it does have kind of a marble effect to it, so you can kind of dip your brush in certain parts of the palette to get different shades, or you can just swirl it all together and just create a nice bright pink. This is extremely pigmented, so you do have to use a light hand on this, or you can look a little clownish, but it's just a gorgeous shade. I'll do a little swatch for you guys. So that's all the shadows, all the blush mixed together, and in just a nice bright pink. Yeah, like I said, these are really nice, and they do photograph well as well. And then lastly is nails. So I have two of the Australis glitter top coats. Firstly is Fairy Bread, which is like all rainbow coloured glitter, and then I also have what's this one called? Glitter Strikes Back, which is an awesome name, and this one has pink, orange and purple and gold, and that's actually the one I'm wearing right now. So this is a glitter top coat as well. So the way I like to wear them is I'll put first a black nail polish underneath, and then I'll put the glitter top coat on top. So that is the one there, and it just looks so cool. Seriously, every time I wear either of these as a top coat, I get complimented all the time, whether it's by friends or just randoms. I just always get compliments when I wear them, and I just love glitter top coats. I think they look so cool. But unfortunately, both of these are limited edition. This one has been out for a while, and we keep restocking it at work, so I'm assuming you still be able to find it somewhere. And this one actually only came out recently. I think they just started selling them this week or last week, so you can probably get your hands on that one too. But these are amazing. I haven't tried any of the regular nail polishes from Australis. None of the colours really like stood out to me, but I would highly recommend their glitter top coats. Okay, so that's all the Australis products I own. I've also tried majority of their foundations. I ended up selling them though just because they weren't really for me. They weren't bad foundations, but they just didn't work with my skin type, and they were all extremely orange, so they just didn't really look good on me, so I ended up selling those. I've also tried the primer, which was average. But yeah, that is my overview of Australis Cosmetics. Let me know in the comments if you've tried any other products from their range, what ones you'd recommend. If you have any questions, just leave them as well, and I'll make sure to get back to you. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!